I'm Savannah Conley, and you're watching Austin Underground.
What's up, everyone? Austin Underground here. I'm Melanie, and today we have Savannah Conley with us today at ACL. How are you feeling?
Cold.
Cold?
Yes.
How was your set? Did you enjoy it?
It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely. I think it was probably the coldest I played outdoors.
Yeah.
But you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was it was good.
It was good
my band
overall?
did great. Yeah.
This is your first time here. Is it your first time in Austin?
No, it's my first time at ACL, but it's not my first time.
Okay, so
yeah.
how was your first experience on the set, around here, the
It's
atmosphere?
great. Everybody's been awesome, super nice. The lineup is insane.
Yeah.
We're sticking around. We get to hang out tomorrow too, so we're gonna go to a bunch of stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, we're excited about here. I'm excited about the Rockin' Tours here in a minute.
Okay, you can catch them right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if I can say it.
You're good. Okay, so you're on the road, right? You've been on the road.
Yes.
You're young. How is that experience so far?
It's great. Yeah, it's my favorite part probably. I'm a very my general preference is to be moving all the time anyway, so
Yeah.
it suits my nature to be in a different place every day. It's hard, but it's like it's super fun. You get to meet a bunch of new people, see a bunch of new places, and play music at the same time, so that's pretty sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You like traveling and everything.
Yeah.
So since you're always out and about, what are some go-to things that you have to have you at all times when you're out in the road? Coffee.
It's like the standard. I mean, like that's what everyone says, but it's because it's so necessary.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, some people, like my tour manager doesn't drink coffee. I don't know how she survives. I don't know how she lives. My band jokes that we go to the same place every day across the country, and that was like this same exact type of coffee shop like every day. But yeah, that's a necessity. I like to find different like yoga studios and stuff, and if we can do something outside, that's always nice because you have to be cooped up so much that anything that you can find active or outside of your confines of whatever you're traveling in is good. Yeah, that's generally what we do. We love trying different foods, whatever's the most whatever the town is most known for. We like to try to
Have some fun while on the road,
Yes,
right? Not all
yes.
music.
No.
Try to
We
calm
would die.
down.
Yeah, that's the best part is the music. But if you do it all the time, you get
Of course.
yeah.
So you described yourself as a perfectionist in some of your past interviews. How does that go about with your music making in your last collection of 3 songs, 2020? How is that in the making?
Well, that was the producer I worked with that was really awesome in that with that collection of songs he really forced me to be okay with things that I would not normally be okay with, that I ended up being super thankful that we kept, so he was like, no, you're not gonna go back, you're not gonna nitpick this, and we didn't, and I think we captured things that we wouldn't have otherwise without, if I would have gotten my way. But it's also why it's taken me so long to release anything after that, because of my, perfectionism.
So with that being said, is there stuff more in the works right now? How is that going? How's that experience?
It's finally where, I'm finally like, okay, I can do this. So it'll be sooner rather than later. Because once I'm happy with it, then that's everybody else has to sign off, and then we're good to go. But I'm the toughest critic, so usually that's how it goes.
Yeah, so you're your toughest critic. What about your parents? I know you've always been in a household with a bunch of music.
Yes.
How is that with their impact? Do you go like, how do you think about this song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't tiptoe, that's for sure. They are very honest about everything. My dad specifically, he's been a musician my whole life, and so he's like, he's very honest, which is awesome. But sometimes he'll be like, I don't like this, and I'm like, well, sorry. I mean, I respect your opinion, but and my mom is very much the same way, so it's nice. It's constructive.
Yeah, that's good. So overall, with the constructive criticism, with everything that you're growing, you're young, what's the best advice you've gotten in becoming an up-and-coming artist that's helped you so far?
My mom is she's been very, very adamant about stick to your guns, but know when to compromise.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like artists a lot of the time are like, I will never compromise my vision, you know, and that's true, but it's also like, you gotta know when you might be wrong. And so, like, knowing when you might be wrong, but knowing when you're right and sticking to your guns, even if you, like, get pushed back on. Like, if you know you're right, you know you're right. But if you know you might not be right, maybe look at it.
That's a good way of looking at it. I never expect that coming from anyone, but that's really cool. So, with that being said, you've done a lot of stuff, a lot of accomplishments, and with that mindset, what's been the thing that you've held close to your heart with all the accomplishments you've had that means the most to you?
That, you can't ever really be satisfied or complacent. Like, you can be happy about it for a second and then move on.
Yeah, you just don't stick to it. You're just always on the road.
Because you have to, because you have to grow.
Yeah, of course.
And nothing is actually, you have to keep on building it up, to, get to the next thing. Which is, you're always trying to be better than you were yesterday, which is the cheesiest shit I've ever said, but it's true.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so if anyone that's never listened to your music, how would you describe who you are, what you make, what's your overall purpose?
Honestly, they're just songs that I write, and then I somehow get to tour and play them. And if people identify with them, then that's the goal. But really, it's just songs that I write that are what I felt at the moment. And if anybody else has felt that at any point, then that's great.
That's cool. It looks like you're having a great time on the road and an experience, and I hope it's all good going from here on out.
Thank you.
But we'll make sure to keep on plugging 2020 out here in Austin Underground. But you heard it here first, everyone, with Savannah Conley. I'm Melanie Ardea. Make sure to click on the links below. Make sure to keep up with all of our socials and watch us on TSTV every Wednesday at 10:30. Is there anything else you'd like to plug?
Nah, really, I don't think so. Yeah, that's great. You covered it all.
All right.
Awesome.
Till next time.